What's happening? Uh, I want to explain, something about local occult. Uh, when it comes to conspiracy, I mean, local occult is this really. It's literally like the low hanging fruit of proving there is conspiracies going on, and like there's just weird shit, man. For instance, a good way to see this the local occult layout. Go to Washington and look how the whole city's like a geoglyph. It's like it's geomancy. It's like all sign symbols, power symbols, portal symbols, satanic symbols, penis and coochie symbol. I mean, excuse my French there, but I mean that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how easy this stuff is to just slip on by people, man, and just no one seems to catch on. Only the people who know, man, know. I guess. I mean, for instance, one of the strangest symbols I've ever seen. Me and my buddy was at a frisbee golf park down in Clarkston, and there was a lot of Templar symbols around there. You know what I mean? And I think it even had a plaque saying that there was an old stone building that's fallen down, whatever. It's there, but I forgot what the name of the park was, dude. But I know it was a frisbee golf course, and it had a little lake. But me and dude was running through the woods. There was like so many squirrels, it's crazy. But off the side, off the trail, man, there's a spot, man, where they got these two huge fire pits, dude, and one's shaped in a crescent moon shape. You know what I'm saying? And then the other one is in a full. There's one right by it that's in a full circle. And I was like, I goes, holy shit! I goes, this is some kind of symbolism here. You know what I'm saying? It's like the full circle, sun, uh, half a circle or a crescent circle. Uh, that's the moon. You know what I mean? And there's these two giant fire pits out there, and I'm just like, it's like, whoa, this stuff's just all around us. This local occult. When I was living out in Flushing, there's a dang church with a golden pyramid on it, and then there's a Templar cross carved into the sidewalk. And then there's strange, all-seeing eye graffiti posted up in different spots out there. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the first time I've seen that. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing people kind of obsessed with the all-seeing eye, man. And it's not hard to figure out why people might become obsessed with that. It's because shit's everywhere, and so many people are involved with this stuff, and they keep pushing it on you, and then that's how mind control works. It's repetition, repetition, repetition. You keep seeing if they just speak in repetition, it's just it. You're more likely to hear to just repeat it in your mind in the same form that you heard it. And it's what it is these symbols, they hit your subconscious. So in a way, they're saying symbols are really like a language. It's like an alphabet. So when you see it, it says things to you, and it just says things to people just that don't even know what it means and just look at it. It says things to them as well. And what they're doing is they kind of brainwash you subconsciously through symbolism. I mean, that's the only way I can think of it, man. Because how come every logo it's a culprit of the same schematic? You know what I'm saying? They all use the same symbols. Now they're kind of all their symbols now are uniformly seem like they're going back, and they're worshiping Saturn. You know what I'm saying? And Jupiter and the planets, man. I mean, but planets are code word names for gods, little g gods, fallen angel gods, the Watchers, things like this. The men of old, the men of renown. You know what I'm saying? These characters. And the symbolism a lot of times goes right back to this. Like you can tie something called the obelisk, which is this. It's a straight stone. It's like the Washington Monument is an obelisk, which is just basically it's a representation of this god dude, this god man's penis, Osiris, and he's also Nimrod, or in like Mithra, and like he's got a bunch of different names, but it's the same guy, man. Uh, and his wife Isis, Ishtar, Ashtoreth, uh, Liberty, Columbia. Like you look back at Washington, District of Columbia, and then you look at all the symbolism, like the Baphomet goat head, 5-point star is basically a vagina. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so it's just it's crazy because I mean these symbols mean different things to different people, or they just could mean different things, but yet they have these different. It's like when you look at a word and it's got different definitions, or different ways you can use the word context, and it changes the meaning. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with these symbols. You know what I'm saying? It's not an easy thing to learn because it's deceptive by nature. I mean, look, you look at these Knights of the Golden Circle, and they got just a couple documentaries or shows on the History Channel, just enough to give you a taste that's going on, but they don't give you enough to truly understand. And they let you know, like, look, you can't understand if you don't have the. It's like maps, they got keys. It's kind of like that movie American Net or National Treasure, man. I mean, it is some shit like that. That's the way they set up their plans, man. They conceal their plans. They go way out of their way, and this is some of the ways that they do it. Like look around here in Flint, you go to any graveyard and you go to the high point of the graveyard, which means it's the elevation's the highest, the ground's up higher than the rest. You'll find an obelisk, the biggest obelisk in the whole place, because there'll probably be multiple of them. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed it seems like every graveyard with a hill in it, there's a huge obelisk right at the top of the hill. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I've seen in multiple places, and it's not just here locally; it's worldwide. They got obelisks everywhere. I mean, and it's like I'm not sure what the language of the obelisk is, but I know they do have hidden stuff. Like they do, it's like that. Like the one thing that is true about angels and demons and the Da Vinci Code is that there is complex codes in the architecture and hidden messages in stone statues and in buildings and in landmarks. That's another part of it. Landmarks. See what that frisbee golf place I was at is it's like a national park maybe, or a county park. When it's connected to like in the graveyards. You go walk and you look at the graveyards names, and it's the names of the people that the streets are named after are buried in the graveyards. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's like, wait a second now, what's going on here? You find you can read about where the graveyard death tax came from. It's Osiris. It's in the time of or it's in the book of Jasher. You know what I'm saying? It's like a ancient hustle learned in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And then it got exported by each conquering, people who came after that. That they all stole the knowledge each generation. And this is one of the ways that they carry on the knowledge, man, is they set up their monuments, man. And it's even in video games. Like I look in you play any of the Grand Theft Autos, dude. Their symbolism, the same symbolism is in the games. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they copy that from real talk, real life. For instance, more of these low hanging fruit of the conspiracy, the coded symbolism, local occult networks. All right, downtown Flint. I seen they got a monument down there. At least they had one. I don't even know if it's still there. They might take this stuff down. But there was a O and an X. It was just a weird piece of art that says OX on it, and it's like that is a alternate name for Saturn, the symbol, man. And here's another thing: Saturn, the black sun. The Nazis swastika, banner, whatever, dude. That's the black sun, man. Odin, the Aryan philosophy. Odin is the black sun. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. People don't know that these things are fucking connected, and how important that is. That they worship this stuff, everywhere. It's all around you, man. The symbolism. I mean, you can really look at these symbols and see uh, where they come from, what ethnic groups they're related to, and you can actually almost link them down to family groups. You know what I'm saying? If you just got the right key. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff out here, man, that they just kind of. It's like it's part of a ritual that they reveal their plans by concealing them. You know, but there they conceal them in plain sight. You know what I'm saying? So they reveal them to each other, but yet everyone else doesn't get it. You know what I'm saying? It goes right over their head. Oh, that's some pretty artwork. Oh, wow, man, that's a cool symbol. You know, or I like this logo. This is my favorite kind of shoes to wear. But I mean, you look at this stuff and it's really the people, the companies, they really do worship spirits, man. And they put their symbols, man. They get you to like these symbols in a way. It's like a magical talisman that they channel your energy and your time and your effort in for you to attain these just little. It's just like the money, the fiat. How we believe that it's worth something, but they know in all actuality it's a big pyramid scheme. You know what I'm saying? But yet people go around and still believe that it's real. That is magic, my friend. I mean, it's deep reverse psychology and just straight up. I mean, it's just, I mean, you got to think that they are lawless, man. There is nothing taboo. You know what I'm saying? To these people, they will connive to every extreme possible and beyond, man. I mean, it's incomprehensible the amount of connivery that is going on against you. You know what I'm saying? And this strange occult game. It's like it's really a game. It's like let me think. When I was down in Florida, man, and I was somewhere. I think I was either downtown St. Petersburg or downtown Tampa, and I seen this plaque. There was this plaque at a low point. Now you remember how I said up here, all the high points in the graveyard they have an obelisk. This was a low point. So if there's a high point, there's a low point too that these people are into. If you understand who these people are and what they're into. But anyway, there was a plaque that said this is was once a village of so and so Indians, and it's crazy that they were like, look, this is built on an Indian burial ground. I mean, most people walk by that thing probably never paid it no attention to it, or even they did read it, they didn't give it much thought, man, about what that means. It's like, you ever see that movie Poltergeist? How they built a house on an Indian burial ground, and then the people were tormented by entities. Now, is it possible these people are channeling energies? Like, I heard a lot of awesome castles are built on something called fairy mounds, and these castles are high points for supernatural occurrences. So maybe did the founders intentionally find high energy spots, make them the center point of the city, erect pyramids atop the bodies in the ground of the former inhabitants. I think I've seen this symbol, this magic sigil before, you know, and it's one of the Illuminati's sigils. It's got a pyramid on top, and under it, there's just a bunch of bones. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, when it comes to there's all kinds of this. You know, you hear about this often, especially up here in Michigan, where they literally, it's like they build their shit on top of burial grounds on purpose. It seems like, you know, which goes into this local occult geomancy, you know, stuff, man, and symbolism, and it's like brainwashing. Like, people just don't realize that you don't pick up on it how often you really see it until you recognize that you see it. So therefore, it's already brainwashing you in a way. And this stuff is just everywhere. It's the low hanging fruit. Is the fact, like, go look at Colorado's state seal. and it's straight up Illuminati eye. You know what I'm saying? For instance, these are the low hanging fruit.